I have clicked the record button. Yo, what up? Everybody at home, everybody over on YouTube. I have with me a special guest, Barrett Bryant of the playtest/design team. We record top 8s, so if this is your first UniVersus video with me, because of critical stuff, go check those out. But we are going to be doing a bit of a full set review for the Heroes of Exandria set that is coming out here relatively soon, March 7th. Isn't that correct? I don't have a yeah, March 7th. You can find your local game stores and all that jazz. We've done a couple of previews here on the channel, but this is going to be literally, we are doing 211 cards. We are talking about them. We were doing something before this, and Barrett was like, hey, do you want me on for the review? And I was like, that'd be very, very fun. So Barrett, thanks for being on, man. It's very cool to have you.
Heck yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I'm not gonna ramble about all the I've known these cards for a long time, obviously, but I'm more excited about genuinely your opinions, what chat thinks of these cards, how successful they think they're going to be in the format, and yeah, I can give a little bit of insight on how I also agree and or disagree with those ideas.
Yeah, and so if you're in Twitch chat, I'm going to be putting up a small poll on every card of do you like the card, yes, no, or meh. Please feel free to 1, 2, and 3 in chat. Give your opinions and thoughts on the cards, as I know that UVS employees do watch these videos and see the feedback here of how cool or rad or awesome they are. So here's the goal of the videos. I'm going to be splitting this up into a ton of different videos, and they're all going to have the same intro. We're going to run through all of the Air, Chaos, Earth, Fire, Life, Order, Void, Water attuned cards. From there, we're going to go to the Infinity/multi-symboled cards. From there, we're going to do all of the ultra rares and then all of the secret rares. And so with that, let's get rocking. And now we're on to Water. Last attuned symbols, and then to the cool ones. Flurry of Bows, 5/2, 1 low block, 4 mid for 8, EX3, Fury Punch. Enhanced card pool, flip, draw a card, discard a card. If this card
for me.
if this card wasn't an 8 damage move with a 2-check, I'd be so in. Make it 6/3. I think I'm in on this card fully. I think I'm so down.
Yeah,
make it
like
hey,
the rest of the other ones.
4 mid for 5. Enhanced card pool, flip, draw a card, discard a card. I'm down.
I don't think it's unplayable, but yeah, it is a rough sell for me.
The 2-check just asks you not to play her ultra rare, which I think is the cooler of the cards.
True.
Heavy Kick. It's a 6/3, 4 mid for 9, 1 mid block. Holy shit, these hit so hard.
This is the 6/3 that you could play.
After this attack is blocked, ready 1 foundation. Yeah, well, this is a 5, right? Yeah, it's a 5/2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card I'm here for. I am here for this one. This is, if you can find any amount of speed on this card, just a 9 damage boot is very strong. Yeah. Up next, Holy Mace Beam is a 5/3, 4 high for 5 with a 2 high block, stun 1 spell. Blitz, if your rival has 8 or more ready foundations, this attack gets +2 to its stun rating. What a sick wall breaker. It's stun 3. And then response after this attack is blocked, add the top card of your rival's deck to their card pool face down. So if they block, they stuff a second one. Is very, very good.
Yeah, this is a good spell, in my opinion. I think this is a good lead spell. It's the wall breaker, like you said. It's only ready foundations. This is similar to like the Wish Hard Blitz.
Yes.
That if they
6
have
or more,
a certain amount ready.
Yeah, stun 2.
But it goes a little harder.
This is just a Karama card, dude. This is a 4 mid for 5 that you stuff one. Yeah. If they block it, they stuff another one.
Do another one.
This is just 5. This is a 5 free speed or 5 free damage, and if they have a readied stage because they took a turn off or whatever, you like stun their board and then stuff them the card. Like, this card is, I think, very good. Just not quite an ally. Yeah.
Yeah, just the spell.
Mariner's Spellbolt. It's a 3/3, 1 mid for 4, 2 mid block. Response after attack deals damage. Add 1 rival foundation from their stage to their hand. You get to pick. This card is absolutely mandatory in Ford, I think. This card is so good.
And the fact that it's a 3-diff, and it is another mid for that deck, and it has frenzy basically all of the time.
All of the time. Because the ultra rare. You can find it in another video.
Yes, and 2 damage basically. Um, this is why I think Ford will be playable.
Use this card.
Man, oh man, is gonna be this card. This and the
Yep.
ultra rare, right? These are. I think you could this and the ultra rare are the only 2 cards you need in your deck that have spellbolt in its name. And wow, oh wow, this is a 2-for-1 because when
It dealt a bunch of damage, and then you play these out of the discard pile for free. It's a 3
on
diff.
deal. You have selective seal,
Yeah.
and this is selective bounce, which means if they don't keep trying to block your moves, you are flooding their hand with trash, which means they also don't backswing you.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's a must block for your frenzy cards.
Yes.
And you're going to keep playing the 3 diffs. This card is so good in 4.
This card's crazy. This card's so good. And under the order symbol, right, as Ford, you can go pick them up with Fierce Wings.
Correct.
Yeah. This card's dope. Shoulder Toss. 4/3, 1 mid for 5. Stun 1 throw. It's got 3 mid block. Brawler Enhance. This deck gains Slam. Neat. Response. After this attack deals less than printed damage, draw a card. Ready Foundation that has been ready this combat phase. Very cool for Bo because she wants to commit a foundation in order to grab some extra stats. So if they block the throw, that's gonna be getting very big. You get to re-ready that thing and redraw a card. Not a 6-hander, it's now a 7-hander. Neat.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good. It's a good bow tech.
Confused why Brawler Slam is an idea.
It has to have slam for Bo to buff it.
Correct.
But you're saying why doesn't it just
could it
have
not just
slam?
have Slam? Could it just have...
It could. I think it was just meant so that other slam synergy characters that aren't brawlers don't get to use it. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's just a gate.
Flavor.
It's just a gate.
Sure.
It's a safe gate. I don't know.
Staff Crack. Another 3 diff. 3 high for 3. 2 low block. Boo. Blitz. Commit. Slam. Weapon 2. Boo. Commit 1 foundation, not 3. Boo. Your slam and or weapon attacks get +1 damage this turn. Incredible. It's just commit a foundation. All of your moves get +1 damage. Very strong. As long as you have the foundation base to do so, I think this combined with what you're doing with Bo is just a lot of damage. Just a metric ton of damage.
This card has synergy. So the little monster that Bo's fighting has synergy with a previous video we talked about. There's a fire attack that is a 3 diff that gains weapon on it. It synergizes with this one. That's why they go together. And I think also that little monster is in the same art.
That is cute. I don't know if this is going to see play outside of the fact that it's just a 3 diff that can get really big with Bo.
As somebody who's played quite a bit of Bo, any of the 3 diffs that share the keywords she wants to do, they will probably see play in her.
Just slam them. Look, I love it.
Just slam them out because the 3 diffs are basically 4 diffs because they scale in damage. You got to commit a foundation. So.
Correct. Water Magic. 4/3, 3 high or 4 high for 5 with a 1 high block. Blitz. Gain 1 health. Neat. Very cool. Very awesome. It's a 5 diff, 5 damage move. That's practically blank. It was very cool in the pre-release when I opened it and played it as my first move, and then I gained a health. It was dope.
Were you at full?
I was not at full. I had taken 4 damage at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
A day for relaxing. Will Kirkby back at it again. 1 5 3 mid block enhance commit. This deck gets -2 speed. If you have a fury or kick in your card pool, it gets -3 speed instead. Incredible. -2 speed. If I have blocked with a fury or kick, I get -3. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of the good 1/5s. 1 5 3 mid gets the bonus. Great.
I think this one's more playable than some of the other ones we've seen, so I think this one's fine.
Yeah. Combat evaluation. Holy cow, this art goes so hard. 2 5 2 high block enhance commit flip. Ready 1 foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. If there's anything that says like after the thing has been committed to a thing, the combat evaluation lets you refresh. I'll use that word choice instead. Refresh said foundation, which I think is very good for what Bo is wanting to do. Although I'm not sure she's allowed to commit extra resources if she's going to start killing people. So it really depends on what the words on that card are, truthfully.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I think about this card is requesting assistance was a nuts card when that card existed in MHA set 1. That one required you to have a momentum. What was a 0 diff? This one doesn't need a momentum, but is a one-time use of a buyback on something incredibly powerful, hopefully like some strong commit cost. Whatever that is and what we're going to abuse, that's for the people to decide, obviously. So,
yeah.
I can't think off the top of my head.
We've got Martial Prowess, 1/5/3 mid block Bow with the craziest background art of all time. Once again, response once per turn. Tenacious. After you take damage from an attack, ready this card. I think this card's cool. I wish that it was after a player takes damage, so I can commit this. I hit them, I re-ready it. I understand why that's not the case, but my character actively wants to like commit foundations. And so I commit the Martial Prowess, I take a lick, I re-ready it so that I may block something afterwards. Makes sense to me, but it is a bit of a sell to toss this one in.
Understand what you're looking for. I think we all remember the days of Amphibious and what happens when you have a
Yes.
very easy conditioned card that can ready on both sides of the turn. This one doesn't do that, but I think it still works for the character very well. It says you commit them on your turn to give damage. And as long as you take an attack at some point on your opponent's turn, whether it's a half block or a non-block, you get this resource back for a future block. You can do it again on every offensive turn. I think that's pretty good. I think that's still fine.
Yeah.
It says, it's like the version of Nice Try that character can play, right? Like tap these
Mystic
for your thing.
Recovery. It is a 2/5/3 low block. Every time that I have seen this card, I have thought it was a Keyleth card because of the red hair. This character has a mustache and a beard. This is a Caleb card. I thought it was a Keyleth card this whole time. It has a water symbol. Response flip : at the end of your combat phase, if you did not play an attack this turn, gain 3 health, ready 3 foundations, add 3 cards from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. Sets up for something later. We talked about it in a previous video with another card that plays with cards from the bottom of your deck. There's a Star Trek lower decks card that says block with a card from the bottom of your deck. So you get to figure out what those cards look like, which I think is very cool. And like being able to like build out nice and big and then re-ready them as long as you got the Mystic Recoveries feels very awesome. As well as you're allowed to play multiple Mystic Recoveries. Hey, I'll not just gain 3, I'll gain 6. I'll not ready 3, I'll ready 6. I'll take 6 cards from my discard pile and put them on the bottom of my deck. I think this is a very neat card. And there's a very similar idea of this. I believe that's also the water symbol inside the Challenger deck cards. It's not Haggle, but the other one that has Gilmore on it. Of like, end of your turn, draw a card. If you played an attack card, discard a card. And so there's like a way under the water symbol to like hold up for the storm that is your rival's attacking turn. It's very cool.
I love that this card gives you your frozen strong, like if your opponent freezes, commits and freezes your strongest defensive pieces. This says as long as you pass a turn back, you gain some life, you get those back in a situation you would normally not ever have. Other than that, I do think the card is pretty niche. This card actively asks you to not play the game the way that we normally do, which I think is a kind of a turnoff for most people. That doesn't mean people won't find ways to use it in slower defensive decks, but it is kind of a miss for most people, is what I would say.
Totally. All right. Peerless Footwork. This card's crazy. 3/5/2 mid block, enhance : your kick, punch, and or slam attack gets +1 damage, period. Wowzers. And then Brawler enhanced this attack with difficulty 4 or less gets -1 speed. Only playable if you're a Brawler. This is not a unique card. You play 4 of this in every Brawler that is playing a kick, punch, or slam attack package. You just play them all. All of my moves are going to get a bunch of extra damage for free. All of your moves are going to get a bunch of minus speed for free. Bo can't fight Godzilla, but she can fight everybody else.
Bo has order, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think order punches are back, man.
Yes, 100%.
Because of this card. Beauregard is going to be very good at playing that package. Period. Things like things like 100% repeated are already very good for a character like Bo, because you can give back some of those resources you use to commit for her own ability. Repeatable speed hate, repeatable damage pump, all built on one foundation.
She's not Earth, Fire, Water.
Oh,
Thank
never
you,
mind.
Buddy. Thank you, buddy.
That was close.
You still get to play the underwater. You still get to play the kendo punches, which is where we're thinking about.
Oh, okay,
that,
okay,
right?
okay. There is still some fun worlds where it's like in the future, find a water and an order character, or in the past, go find an order water character, and you get to play this card in them. Granted, they aren't a brawler, but like that repeatable damage. Any future brawlers that have that?
She gets to play like
good.
Rappa's kit to give a bunch of punches under fire, and this has the water symbol, right? Like there are certainly a lot of ideas that you can have with Peerless Footwork in these decks that I am excited to experiment and explore what Beauregard is going to do with this card. Pocket Bacon. What a great inside joke from the show. 2/5, 2 mid block, enhance commit. If you've drawn 1 or more cards during this attack, it gets +3 damage. I can't remember ever seeing the word drawn in our game before. It's so weird seeing that. DRAWN. It broke my brain for 1 second.
Drawn. Bold Boimler, Suzuki Flurry, Tongue Capture.
I guess it's all over the place, but man,
Talented Baker.
I just like my brain saw the word drawn. I was like, that's a weird word. Yeah.
Yo, is martial law a brawler?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
This is tight now.
Yes.
There we go. We found the combo. We found the combo, by the way.
Combo.
Good job. Good job. I'm just saying. I think it existed. Yeah.
Yeah. If
June
you've drawn
as well.
1 or more +3 damage, this is totally chill. It's commit for 3 damage.
I think it's fine.
It's fine. Rejuvenating Prayer, 1/4, 3 low block, deflect 2 spell, first enhance. Weird that first is not colored. Same thing with there's a thief card in a previous video. It was weird it wasn't colored. If your attack is blocked, gain 1 health. I think that this card should be a 1 of in every water deck. If you're not playing with first enhances, there's no reason not to play this one at the 1 of just like punish your rival if they block any of your moves just to constantly be gaining health back. I think this is actually kind of a crazy card, is like to like eke extra value out of every attack you play.
That makes sense.
So good.
It's for sure like one of those things you can get away with just putting 1 or 2 of in every deck, and it has deflect. You only ever need 1 on your stage. The other one just becomes a block or a deflect card. I totally get it. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's like decent spam. Yeah, it checks the 4, but like it's just a 1 of. It's just a 1 of, let it rock. Subdual technique, excuse me. 1/5, 2 low block, response flip. After your attack deals damage, freeze 1 rival foundation.
This one's really good.
Yes. Just being able to just like flip 2 or 3 of these, and if they've got a bunch of committed stuff, like stop it. This one is good. Frumpkin, the cat in the back, looks crazy though. This Frumpkin looks like puffy
like
and weird. Yeah,
It's like a monkey.
Yeah. You know what? It might act. No, there's no way. It's a cat. It's got whiskers, but yeah, it's weird. Weird looking cat. Speaking of,
Card's good. This card's good.
I have Kaiju who has now fallen asleep in my lap.
Oh, that means you're stuck here forever.
I am stuck here
Good thing
forever.
we still got more stuff to go through.
Good thing. I think that this one is good. You gotta hit them and to selectively freeze their card. It's crazy. Yeah, great spam. Great spam. And it's not even like keyword locked on your attack. It's just if your attack does damage, do this cool thing.
Yeah. If your opponent commit cards during their turn, they're stuck.
Up next, great art once again. This card's so sick. 2/5, 3 high block, ally, enhance once per turn, discard a card, draw a card, period. That can be played turn cycles. So on my turn I can do it, on your turn I can do it. And then Brawler champion response, I can flip it after your attack is completely blocked. Ready Foundation has not been ready this combat phase. Only playable if. This card's dope. This card's super rad. I mean just a 2/5 that says cycle draw is so very strong, especially if you also have the fire symbol so that you may use Wish Hard or Feral Shriek to then discard 1, draw 2. It's just like, it's very good for, I want to play as many attack cards as possible, play as many cards as possible, and I want to find the good ones. I want to find the ones that I want to kill you with.
We talk about how, like, I would say, like, for every one of these, you add, like, 0.5 to your hand size, right? Is kind of how we say it, because it's a cycle draw. It just, helps you turn non-attack cards in your hand into attack cards, or vice versa. It has ally, that matters in this set. This card's just very good, and it looks good.
Yeah. It's going to be great.